It's time for Nickel Hunt and Album Fill number 11. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure. That's right, we're on Nickel Hunt and Album Fill number 11. And like the last hunt, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 boxes because, as you know, it's getting tougher to fill up these slots in this Jefferson Nickels album. Now, if you haven't watched the first 10 episodes, I will have a link to the playlist down below. Feel free to check it out before you watch this video so that you can get all caught up. For those that are already caught up, let me go ahead and catch you up once again and show you where we're at in this album. 122 spots have been filled in the album with 16 spots left, and the ones that are left are harder to fill. We've got things like 1938S, 39D, 39S, some tougher ones, as well as some of the silver coins. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, and I don't even know if 2 boxes will be enough to even fill one of the spots. That being said, we got some easy ones still. A 1951 has almost 29 million minted, and despite its lower mintage, I do run across a lot of 55Ps during my hunt. And then, of course, we've got a couple war nickels to add to the album, but you gotta have war nickels in the box to add them to the album. Now that you're caught up on where we're at, we've got to begin this hunt, and because I have 2 boxes that have the holes in the bottom, we were able to see that they were already circulated nickels, so I can actually do live openings with you guys next. Let me clear away the album, we'll grab the first box, and maybe if we find enough in the first box, we won't need to go to 2. But let's go ahead and get a live opening next, and I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do a live opening right now. Obviously, it'd be awesome to see a buffalo nickel or a silver war nickel or something cool on the edges if we can tear open the box. This one's being a pain, as you guys can see. Maybe that means it doesn't want to give up the goodies because there's so many inside of it. Holy cow. Maybe it's because JW's sitting next to me as well.
Come on, Rob.
That I can't get this box open under the pressure. Man. All right, we will get it open. We did. There we go. I do not see anything fancy schmancy on the top, but at least I do see some older Jefferson designs in here. That's always a good sign. You guys know the drill. I will bring you in on my first good find. Could be a sign of good things to come. We're on roll number 1, cracked into it halfway, a little over halfway through the roll. We've got a 1942. And for those that don't remember, we have not found a 42D yet, and we have not found a 42S, but that one would be silver. I don't think it's silver by the way it looks, but 42 is a tough one to tell because you never know. Let's see. It's not silver, and it might have a mint mark though. I will double check and bring you back either way. Of course, it's got to be a close call and not a no-brainer. Took a closer look, wiped it away. It's just damage. 42p, we already had that in the album, and if I'm looking at it, I believe mine might not be as nice as it, so it could be an upgrader. We'll check that at the end of the video. Either way, 1 roll, 1 find. Let's find more. Roll number 3, find number 2. We've already got it. It's got some gunk. It's just a 1956 Denver, but if that gunk comes off, it might be a pretty nice upgrade. We'll take a look at it at the end. Roll number 5 of the first box, I'm bringing in because I've got a 1959 here. We don't need one, but figured I'd show it. It's a 59D, and I could be wrong, but this one also looks old to me. On the back, there is no mint mark, and it's a 58P, and we needed that through several boxes, but we've got those lately. We still need a 55P, but I'll take a 58P better date all day. Roll number 9, just uncovered a 1951. And as you know, we don't have a 51P yet. Will it be the 51P to fill a spot in the album? 51S. My 51S is pretty toasty though. This one's not too bad. Maybe it'll upgrade. I was so caught up in the fact that it was a 51S and not a 51P that we needed, I failed to mention that a 51S is a semi-key date nickel. So I'll take that as well, but man. Will we take a 51P sooner or later? We're on roll 22 already. Light, fine so far in the box. But we do have a 1955 sitting right here. We do need a 1955 Philadelphia. And it's a 1955 Denver. But we get to check it for the 55 D over S. And that's not going to be it. There's some damage, but it's not the D over S. Still, I'll take a 1955 nickel all day, although we need that 55p. Roll number 24. They're playing with us. We've got another 1955 here. A few rolls after the last. Philadelphia or not? Not. 55 Denver. Let's take a peek. And not the 55 D over S either. Roll number 25. Back-to-back rolls with a find. This one is a 54. And of course, it's a 54p when we need a 55p. But I'll take that nonetheless. It's another find for the board. And we'll keep on hunting. Roll number 31. I just cracked it open and laid it out. And I see some older edges. But more importantly, the ender, you can see the ring of death on it, is a 46. And we do need a 46S. But it's a 46p. If there's another oldie, I'll bring you back in just a second. Roll number 32. We've got a 1957. We already got nice ones of this in the album, but I'm going to show all the finds. 57 Denver. Roll number 36. Will third time be the charm? 1955 once again. 55D once again. Roll 37, and I know I have two finds because I see the 48 here and I flatten them down and there's another 57, both of which we don't need. That's a 1948 Denver, and we already saw it by the edge. That's going to be a 57, probably a Denver, and it is. Two more finds, still nothing for the book yet. Roll number 38, 3 rolls in a row with something, but this one is a 1941 and we already have it, 41 Philly. Roll number 42, we've got another 46. Will it be the 46S? 46D. We got closer. They got a mint mark, but it's not the S. We'll put it up here and look for more. Roll 43. We got it already, but it is a 1956 Denver. Roll number 45, and we found a Canadian nickel. And it's a 1997 with a beaver on the back. Can't get mad at that. First foreign of the box. Roll number 47 of box 1, and we will find another 50s nickel. This one is a 1954 Denver. Same roll, and a few coins later, we have a 1953, first of that year, Philadelphia. And just in case, I'll have to bring it back. Let's just take a quick peek at this one. 1990. Roll 48, and we find a lot of them, but I can see it peeking out back here. Another 1957, minted in Denver. Last roll of the box. No silver, no buffaloes. Pretty good amount of finds. We will have another find, a 1958 Denver. Well, box 1 has been hunted. We did have 15 from the 50s and 5 from the 40s, so 20 early Jeffersons, a couple of possible upgraders for the modern ones, and a Canadian. Again, this is a 2-box hunt. Nothing here will go in the album as far as filling a spot. Might be an upgrade. We'll check that at the end of the video. Let me go and remove this box, get the other one up here, and do a live opening on it next, and see if we have any enders. All right, box number 2. Can we get a better opening? Maybe that'll be better luck for us this time. We'll have to see. But these boxes are tight, 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 and glued. Feels a little better, but we won't know until we pop the top. That was much better. And we do have an old nickel right here. I don't know if we'll get a date on it. I can't quite make it out. It could be a... Man, it could be a early 50s. We'll have to check that later. Don't see any other enders, though. This looked like it could be an old one as well. But let's get into it and see if they are. Roll number 5 of box 2. We got our first find so far. It is a 1948, minted in Denver. We don't need it, but it's always nice to see a 40s find early in the box. Roll number 14 of box number 2, and I thought it was silver by the edge. I took a quick peek at it. It says 42, but I haven't confirmed whether or not it's silver, so I figured I'd bring you guys in, and judging by the front of it, that looks like it's silver all day. For 42 silver, we do need an S. We do need an S or a better Philly. And it's a 42S Unbelievable. There is 33 million of these minted, so it's not really a key date, but it is a good date for silver. And we found one. We will have an album stuffer in the box, and it's silver. Let's get back to the hunt. Same roll, and near the back of the roll, we've got a 1948 Denver, which I will take, and I'll make a quick note. This box is kind of odd because we're getting a lot of nice modern nickels from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So we checking them against the album. I'm actually turning down looking at so many of them because they're duplicate dates, namely 80 to 82. That being said, we'll keep an eye out for some nice ones that we may need for the book. So it might be quite a bit of an upgrade if this box keeps doing what it's doing. Roll number 16, just another 1958 nickel, but it's also a Denver. Hoping for that Philly. We've already got it, but I could always use more. Roll 21 is going to yield a 1940, which we don't need, but I'll always take 40s nickels, and it's a 40 Philadelphia. Roll number 22, another oldie, a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll number 26, another oldie, 1940 Denver. Roll number 30 of box 2, and we will find a 50s nickel this time. It's a 1952 Denver. Roll number 41 and fourth 1955 of the box. Be that P or the D. Roll 42, just another 1958 Denver. Box 2 has been hunted, and it was definitely a little bit lighter. We now have 20 from the 50s and 10 from the 40s, not including, of course, the silver that we found that will fill a spot in the album. What I'm going to do next now is go through the modern coins that are up here that are really nice, see if we upgrade any of those, and then I'll bring you back in. After we do that, I'll go through all of these and see if we have any upgraders, and we know we have one album filler. Let me go ahead and do that and bring you back in. Well, that box had a lot of nice modern nickels in it, and we're going to upgrade quite a bit for the collection here. We're going to upgrade that 86. We're going to upgrade that 84D. We're going to upgrade the 82D, the 81P, the 80D, the 76D, the 74D, much nicer, the 71D, the 69D, the 62P, and the 61P. 11 upgraders for the book. That's nice. Let me get them upgraded, and then I'm going to cull through the 50s and 40s next. So unfortunately, despite all the upgrades in the modern ones, none of the other nickels could upgrade in the book, which just says how good the book is becoming as far as what's in it. Good news is we do fill one more spot. The 42S silver plugs right into there. So now after 13 total boxes hunted, we have 123 of the 138 spots filled, only 15 more left. I know it wasn't an epic set of boxes, but anytime you can get to box 13 and still fill some spots in your book, you'll take it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Obviously, we used that Silver War nickel for the album, so we've got a stand-in for the 2020 silver jar. That's getting pretty full.